Well, look what Fence University just added to their library, the Doorking Installation Gallery book. They were kind enough to drop this off at Fence University, and we can now add it to our free library. Our library that has all kinds of electronic, electrical, motor, transformers, all kinds of books in regards to access control, electronic access control, security, automatic gates, etc., etc. And that's here at Defense University, and you can schedule a time if you want to come and take a look at the gallery or the books that we have. They're free for you to use. I'd like to create a system where you could check them out if you're not local, but unfortunately we can do it. It's just not cost effective for most people, but what it does give you is an idea of some of the books that you need to read and look at. And when you're taking classes, you can stay a little bit later and look at the books and try to learn something, at the very least, to see if you actually like the book. Because sometimes spending $20 on a book, or in some of these cases, a few $100 on a book, is not necessarily very cost effective. So it looks like this is about a few years old according to the copyright date, but they've cataloged really a bunch of gate operators, it looks like over the last couple of decades, and their installation. So the book actually has a couple of things about their company in general, about just the products in general. So it's not really like a sales catalog directly, but in essence it is, because the gate design and the applications that the gate operator arms, actuators, swing gates and slide gates and barrier arms and spikes and all the other stuff that they have can really give you some ideas about how their products can be used. And inherently, if you see their products being used in a certain way, then why not call them up and ask them for their help. This new control board housing that they have, using it for their, I think, 6006 arm. I could be wrong about the model number. I really like, because of how thin it is. It's metal, and then you got plenty of room for accessories as well too. They make bigger versions if you need 35 amp hour. But anyways, these installations, man, really give you a bunch of good ideas of everything from classical type designs that look like this is on some type of Spanish house, to contemporary, to modern, to maybe Spanish designs, or maybe what you would call like a country design. I don't have my design guide in front of me, so I generally try not to memorize the names of all the home styles that the gates would go on. But anyways, looks like they have it classified actually, or categorized through swing, barrier, and slides. But I thought it might be something that could give you some good ideas. I'm not sure how you get one of these. They were kind enough to drop this off at Defense University, but it really could give you some great ideas. Look at these solar applications. So it gives you an idea too that the applications and the installations are relatively new, considering it's got their newer DC gate operators in here. But they also have some really cool stuff too that you probably won't ever see in your installations, but it's good to know that you can propose and bid on these with their help. For instance, I'll see if I can find it. But here's some gates that look like they're either at a high security or possibly on the border. That's a pretty interesting looking gate, but they have some of these gate operators in here that, I mean, the side gate operator is so big that it has 100 chain. Now, I've never had to use a chain break on 100 chain, but I don't know that I want to. And in case you're not familiar with what 100 chain is, it's the style, it's the spacing in between the little cylindrical rollers in there, and then it's also how wide it is as well too. But look at that bad boy right there. That's a long gate. I was gonna see if I could find that one on the border, but it's got a huge, yeah, I guess I can't find it. It's got a huge gate operator on it. There's the gate operator right there. the big boy. It's got 100 chain on it, if I'm correct, and I believe it's 25,000 pound rating. That looks like it's on the border. Maximum security. Well, then we're in the right place. But these gate operators, I'm not going to install every day. I mean, the longest gate I've done that I've done personally is maybe like 80 feet. And these gates would be 10 times too heavy for it, or 10 times too big. But you can see the special requirements that you're going to need to install them. So you got to really get the Doorking rep involved in order to work on this type of design and installation. But you don't want to do this on your first one, but you definitely want to know that you can do it, because when you look at it, like when you look at this installation right here, you can see that, I mean, all you're using is a 3/4 inch anchor to anchor it down. But so that's the easy part. But this pad, this whole concrete pad, and the design of it, and then the design of all your other equipment is what's important. But anyways, I just wanted to say thank you to Justin and the guys over at Doorking for all the help and support for the Finch University lately. And if you get a chance to snag one of these books, I highly recommend it. Not only will it give you some good ideas, but it'll also show you what gates are capable of doing. So thanks a lot, Doorking.